All right. Well, this is gonna be more fun now here, Jim. Let's get some more questions and the like here on the show. This next email was sent to CornyDriveThru@gmail.com. This is from Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Good afternoon, Jim. I hope this email finds you well. I'll cut right to the chase. In years past, I was a security guard for the city of Louisville.
Oh, good Lord.
And occasionally worked the defunct Louisville Gardens. One evening, I was killing time by browsing the garden's records room, and came across a 1979 letter to Jerry Jarrett from a group of angry Louisville mothers. It appears that someone associated with Louisville wrestling swindled a group of kids out of their money by promising to train them as wrestlers and never following through. The letter is transcribed to the best of my ability here. Mr. Jerry Jarrett, we are writing to see if you could help us. We have tried everyone else, so we're writing to you and troubleshooter. Again, I don't know if that's what it's supposed to say there.
Well, and troubleshooter, they had a troubleshooting consumer affairs column in the newspaper here back in those days. So maybe that's the way they worded that possibly.
In July, the paper had an ad for the kids that take wrestling training. We called, and a man came down. His name is Ronnie Elligood.
Oh, my God!
He said he is your cousin.
Oh, my God!
Okay, I don't know who this man is, but obviously you do.
Oh, boy, Ronnie Elligood.
Elligood, okay, there it is. We called the YMCA to make sure, and he said he worked for them. He didn't tell us to take the money to the YMCA. He took it on August the 3rd and was supposed to bring our contract, and we didn't see him after that. We called the YMCA and even went up there and talked to a man by the name of Larry Palmer. He said if the kids got their money back, they could take the training, or he would get a hold of him. We keep calling, but nothing is ever done. They see Mr. Elligood at wrestling every week, and he keeps giving the runaround, but never the money. He said you and Jerry Lawler would help train them. How many more kids has he done this to? All the kids are teenagers, and 2 of us are on Social Security and 2 out of work.
Oh, good Lord.
How would you like for someone to eat and drink at your table, then take their money on false pretense? I know, Mr. Jarrett, you wouldn't want someone to do that to your child. He's at wrestling every week and sells pictures, and he said he was a wrestler. That gives wrestling a bad name. Here are the names of the children, and there are several children. I won't give their last names. Larry, $17, age 13. Ernest, $17, age 13. All of them $17. Lester, age 14. Bobby, age 17. Donald,
oh, good God,
age 18. And Barry, age 17. This is signed by 3 concerned mothers. I won't give their names here, Jim. Back to the letter from Derek. Jim, being the authority on Louisville wrestling that you are, I thought that perhaps you might know something about this no-good charlatan, Ronnie Elligood. Do you have any knowledge about the cast of characters mentioned in the letter? Do you know if those poor kids ever got their $17 back? Or if they ultimately attended Mr. Elligood's wrestling training? I would love to hear your comments on the matter. Thank you for all the great work you do and the countless hours of entertainment.
Well, this is news to me, and truthfully, I'm sure when they got the letter, they just dismissed it out of hand because the only relationship that Ronnie Elligood ever had to Louisville wrestling was when he bought a ticket every week to come to the fucking matches because he was the biggest mark in the world. And I don't know that Christine Jarrett or anybody would have even recognized his name because I had been a fan and had, gotten to know some of the regular characters that came to the matches. That's why I immediately knew his name, because he's got to be dead by now. If I was in 1977, if I was 16, he was easily 20 or 25 years older than me. So he's dead now, but it's not like I care about hurting his feelings anyway. He was the biggest country dumb fuck goof in the Louisville Gardens. He had a bald, kind of protruding forehead, and he talked like this. Oh, yeah, I'm right. And if somebody walked up to the merchandise table and asked one of the other fans that had maybe been out in the back alley waiting for the guys to come in so they could see him, wave at him, whatever, they'd say, Did Jerry Lawler show up yet? He would butt in and say, no, he's riding up here with one of my other cousins. Because he was cousins with Jerry Lawler, and he was cousins with Jerry Jarrett. He was cousins with everybody. And as I said, you could tell I don't know if he had a job but he didn't have a job that required him to do anything other than change oil or something. He was always disheveled and, looked like a bumfuck. And his brother Plowboy, that's what we used to call his brother, was like 325 pounds with this giant bucket head. And he made Ronnie look like a fucking MIT scholar. And we used to call him Plowboy after Frazier, because he would just wander around like a goddamn Tor Johnson would have played him in a 50s science fiction movie. But he couldn't train anybody how to do anything. And these young teenagers, he sold them a bill of goods. He said that he was cousins with all these big time wrestlers. Truthfully and honestly, the concerned parents, if any of these parents had ever seen this guy for 30 seconds, they would have said, no, you're not giving this guy any money. And it wasn't some kind of ring boy deal. I'm not saying that was involved. It's just that this was another example of a guy that had to magnify his importance to all the other fans. I'm related to these guys. I'm in with this. I can get your boys wrestling lessons. Why? Yeah, just give me $17 8 times in 1979 and I'll get Jerry Lawler and Jerry Jarrett to teach them how to wrestle.
At the YMCA.
You wouldn't believe this guy. Yeah, you wouldn't believe this guy if he said he was going to walk your dog for $1 if you saw him in person. So that's but again, there was no way to find out about these things in those days. If you were just a gullible person with kids that wanted to learn how to wrestle, shit like that could happen if you didn't watch out.
Was he there throughout, like when you were managing? Was he still attending the shows?
Oh God, yes. I'm sure he might have just decomposed in the 6th row.
All right, Jim.
And there was one old fan, they called him Grandpa. He was in the same seat, in the same row, in the same section of ringside for so many years that one week he was in the hospital to have something done, and they had to announce at intermission that he was sick this week, but he'd be back next week because so many people were asking about him.